Hello my friends and welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley Reddit review. The holidays are upon us. Merry Christmas, happy upcoming New Year. Happy holidays. Wish you all the best. Hope your week is going good. Let's dive into this Reddit review and see what's been going on in the community for the past week. Subscribe for more Disney Dreamlight Valley. And you know what? We need something. There we go. Perfect. Now we're in the mood. Let's do this. Not so hot take. The Icy Frozen Palace house skin should have just been Elsa's house. Yes. Yes, it should. I know that Gameloft has been talking about releasing house skins for villager houses, and this would have been a perfect opportunity to release the first one. This is the one that makes the most sense, and it would look so good embedded into the cave. So yeah, this is such a missed opportunity. It's a great house and I love it, but it would make so much more sense as Elsa's house instead of the regular player house. I've seen a photo made by Lonely Time Traveler with Elsa's castle placed right behind Elsa's cave, and they even seem like they match together. Like, imagine if this was just on top of it. Remove the cave, embed Elsa's castle into the cave, into the area where the cave is, so it's like half stuck inside the wall. It would be wonderful, but for now, since we cannot do this, you might as well just place this house there, and it does look great from certain angles. It almost looks like it's continuation of the cave, and it's still a beautiful looking house, so I'm glad we finally have it. I just want one thing. For Christmas, I want a dragon. Be realistic. Oh my god, this is the funniest meme I've ever seen. Yep, the dragon is definitely, for Christmas, more realistic than getting this beautiful, elegant fence in your Scrooge store. This is one of the funniest memes I've seen on Reddit. Let's see what people have to say. The irony of getting 6 dragons before I got this freaking fence. That's true, we actually got multiple dragons in the game before most people even got this fence. It's ridiculous how rare it is, considering how beautiful it is. It happened today, you guys! I got the fence today, no joke. I stood there, Scrooge's, just staring at it in disbelief. A year of logging in every day and going to Storybook Vale only to be disappointed is over. It's a Christmas miracle. I bought 100 of them. Why only 100? Should have bought a whole 1,000. But congratulations. I know that the day will come for every single person who is still looking for this fence. You will see it in your Scrooge store. I promise you. It might take a while. Maybe Gameloft will implement some changes to the way Scrooge Shop works, because there's been a lot of complaints recently, and as we know, Gameloft does listen to people's complaints. So I'm like 90% sure, maybe at some point this year or next year, definitely next year at least, we're gonna get some changes to the way Scrooge Shop works, because I agree, it's super frustrating, and people are literally quitting the game because of how frustrating Scrooge Shop is, and Gameloft is not gonna want that, so they're gonna have to fix it. Anybody else annoyed that we cannot put these two next to each other like this? Annoyed? Yes. Surprised? No. There is so many things in this game that I wish we could place closer to each other or would look so good together, but you can't have them together. Certain items' footprints are insanely bad, and unfortunately, that's just how it is in Disney Dreamlight Valley, and in majority of grid-based systems, you just cannot overlap items like this. A lot of games use a system where they actually check the collision boxes of the items, so the items need to be literally physically overlapping in order to reject the placement. Otherwise, you can place it anywhere you want. I don't think it will ever happen in Disney Dreamlight Valley, but I think there are ways to make it less annoying and be able to give us an ability to put items closer together. But one thing that is good is that it used to be much worse. With the larger grid, without any rotation, if you just started playing recently, you don't know how bad it was. This is so minor in comparison to terrible things we had to endure before these features came along. But there is also always room to improve. So let's hope that one day there will be no limitations on what can be placed and where. Do you play as you? Okay, first of all, for some reason at first I was like, this has to be a AI-generated image on the right. This gentleman is very handsome. As a married straight man, I have no shame admitting it. I play as my dad, who passed away 2 years ago. A few months later, I bought this game, and when I was setting it up, my granddaughter, we both agreed almost immediately on who to make. We named him Mr. Giggles. He was the OG Disney nut who made sure he became Disney nuts. We became Disney nuts too. I made comments from the dialogue the way he would make them. It's so much fun. Okay, that is so wholesome. That is one way to keep him alive and to honor his memory. This is incredible. I personally very rarely play games as myself because I'm myself in real life, and in a game I could be anybody I want. So in Disney Dreamlight Valley I have a female avatar. It's not necessarily because I want to be a female in the game, but mostly because the females have much better outfits in this game. Everybody knows it, and it's just cool to experience something new, but very rarely I try to match my look to the character in any game I play. I usually try to go for some crazy, interesting, unique look. Let me know in the comments. Do you play yourself? Do you try to replicate your avatar in the game to look as close to you as possible? Do you replicate some other person you know, or do you just go for whatever you feel like at the moment? I think I'm done with this game. Oh boy. Alright, let's see. Been playing this game since a year into early access. I've loved it ever since. Having said that, I'm really struggling to enjoy it as of late. It really feels like a chore to play. My reasoning is as follows. Star paths have become too frequent, and it's very hard to find the time to complete. Okay, I'll address this when we finish reading. Lack of items outside of the premium shop make the game feel very cash grabby. The game runs like a hot garbage on the Switch, as it's my primary console. Gameplay has gotten a little repetitive and uninteresting. These are all mostly my main problems with the game, and it sucks because it was a cute little life simulator at first. Now it feels like whenever I turn the game on, there is some new limited time challenge or some flashy event. It's exhausting. I know I could easily not do these special quests, but when the game doesn't have much to give unless you're willing to put money into it, the whole thing just feels gross. Okay, let's start one by one. I'll share my opinion of all these points. First of all, the star paths are very hard to find the time to complete. How on earth is that a like, you said you've been playing since year one, so you know how the star path used to be. Sure, they might have been a little bit less frequent. Instead of every 2 months, they used to be maybe every 3 months. But the star path is now 10 times faster and easier to complete. So increasing the frequency of them by like 20% and decreasing the grindiness of them by 90% still results in much easier and faster to complete star paths. So I genuinely do not understand this point. You said they have become very hard to find the time to complete, but in reality, what they've become is much easier to complete than they've ever been in history of the game. So I genuinely do not agree or understand this point. Next, lack of items outside of the premium shop make the game feel very cash grabby. I can see that. They've definitely been pushing premium shop more and more lately, and it doesn't feel great. Though there are still lots of items. You make a point saying that there's always these events in Star Path, but you refuse to do them, but then complain that there is no free items. Most items are from premium shop. This doesn't feel right because you literally refuse to participate in any free ways to gain items like events and Star Path. So in my opinion, doesn't seem fair complaining about premium shop and saying it's the only way to get items when you literally don't do any countless other ways to get free items. The game runs like hot garbage on the Switch, and it's my primary console. This one I also don't get, because from everything that I hear, the improvements of Switch version throughout the years has been huge. The game used to be really buggy and crashing all the time on Switch before, but now I see these issues less and less, and I've seen multiple people saying that the game definitely became much more playable on Switch. So once again, I can totally see how the game does not run on Switch as good as other consoles, but it still should be better than it used to be, right? Gameplay has gotten a little repetitive and uninteresting. I see where you're coming from. I feel like the quests, especially the quests that introduce new characters in the game, like Daisy, Cinderella, I feel like the way they were brought into the game is a little bit repetitive and a little bit lazy. I feel like they could have done a better job expanding the main game quests. I like the way what they do with the realms. Realms seem very fun and creative, but these inside the main story sub-stories of bringing characters is basically always the same theme. Oh, there was forgetting, so the character was either trapped somewhere or went on vacation or were saved in some other realm, and now for some reason in this exact moment it's time to bring them back. It is a little bit repetitive, but honestly that's to be expected. There is only so many unique quests you can do in a game like Disney Dreamlight Valley. The last sentence I completely disagree with. I know I could easily not do these special quests, but when the game doesn't have much to give, unless you're willing to put money, it feels gross. Like, you contradict yourself in this sentence. I could easily do these special quests. The special quests that give you free items. The Star Path definitely has a lot to give, and it's completely free, even the premium version. It costs 400 moonstones if you complete it, and those 400 moonstones is literally a little bit over a week worth of free moonstones, even if you don't do dream snaps. So overall, I think this post has a few good points, but most of it feels like you just don't like the game anymore. It has nothing to do with premium shop or the frequency of events. You just played the game and it got to the point where you're just not feeling it anymore. And I think you should take a break. I think you should totally take a break. And if after some time, a month or two, you feel like you still don't want to play Disney Dreamlight Valley, then I guess it's just not meant to be. But you might actually feel like you missed the game. And then you come back refreshed and start enjoying the game again. Decided to watch Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas, and I didn't know this is where the snow angels came from. Oh my god, they look exactly like in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Okay, that is cool. I thought these were just random snow angels in shape of the characters, but nope, they're actually from the lore. Love it. Out of balance. Okay, I think this is another Scrooge Shop post. Dear Gameloft. Oh, that sounds like my series on the channel. Almost everyone I know talks about how the Scrooge Shop and Premium Shop are out of balance. I check the Scrooge Shop every day, but there are practically no new items. Take the clothing, for example, which is always in the Premium Shop and no longer in Scrooge. I don't always have the money to buy Premium Shop items. I think it's out of balance, but I still enjoy the game. Please do something about the balance. Okay, I love this post. It's stating the problem, stating the reasoning, why you think it's a problem, and asking politely to fix it. And I completely agree. The fact that we're not getting any outfit items in Scrooge Store, maybe one or two every update, we didn't get any this update, is a little bit disappointing, because a lot of the outfits they put in the Premium Shop could have been easily Scrooge Shop items. Like the old character dream styles that they're converting into player outfits now could have easily been Scrooge items. At least we have Star Path. I think Star Path is now the best free source of great outfits. Every single Star Path has at least a couple really good outfits that are the same quality as Premium Shop outfits. Now let's just get something out of the way. I know that the game is making free updates every couple of months. They spend ridiculous amount of time and effort and have to pay lots of people to maintain the game and keep adding new content. So the fact that they are pushing Premium Shop makes sense, because between DLCs, between the game sales, that's the only source of income they have. We can't expect them to give us free updates every couple of months to the players who don't spend any money. So they have to have some source of income. It's totally understandable. There is also Star Path, which in my opinion is great. Best source of items outside of Premium Shop, and allows us to get lots of high quality premium seasonal items every couple of months from just playing the game, and is literally incredibly easy to complete nowadays. So and it doesn't cost anything. Once again, the math checks out. 400 moonstones for premium, and those 400 moonstones is literally a week worth of blue chests. So Star Path is free. I hope there's no argument for that compared to Premium Shop, which is definitely much more expensive. So we do have that, but I'm gonna agree about the Scrooge Shop. The Scrooge Shop, last update, I don't think, did we get a single new item in the Scrooge Shop? I haven't seen one. I haven't found a single new item since the update. I don't think it added anything new, but we did get a lot of bundles in Premium Shop. The fact that the bundles are getting bigger, we're getting more items per update. I kind of want to do the math. I want to collect the data from all Premium Shop items ever released and calculate what was the total cost to buy every single item in Premium Shop item in 2024 and 2025. I think 2025 has jumped significantly from 2024. And I feel like if you're gonna ramp up the Premium Shop items, it's totally fine. You gotta make money. I get this. But at the very least, at the same time, you gotta ramp up the Scrooge items. You can't stop adding Scrooge items, but keep adding more and more Premium Shop items. If it grows at the same speed, it's gonna feel more fair. It's gonna give free-to-play players chance to get some really good items if they're not willing to spend on Premium Shop. And for hardcore players who don't mind spending money, if they're gonna get a bunch of free items, I feel like it's gonna feel like a better value to get items in Premium Shop, because you feel like you're supporting the game that is actually being nice to the players and generous to the players in other ways. So I feel like it's gonna encourage people to spend money anyway. So in the end of the day, everybody wins. This post make a really good point. There is multiple ways to balance out this divergence between Premium Shop and Scrooge Shop. We don't have to necessarily reduce or decrease the Premium Shop. We just need to increase the free items in Scrooge Shop every update, and then the balance is gonna feel better, so you can still keep making good money from Premium Shop, but also have player base that is more satisfied. So I really hope that next update, quality of life changes, we're gonna see some changes to Scrooge in both ability to get rare items like that elegant fence that people are still looking for years later after it came out, which is insane to me. There has to be some mechanic to allow people to get these rare items more easily, and also just the amount of Scrooge items. There is so many things they can add to Scrooge Shop. They don't even have to make new items. They could release different colors of other Scrooge items. They could release different designs. They could, for clothing, there is so many good clothing in the game that exists only in 1 or 2 or 3 colors, and it could be released in 5, 6, 7 colors that would fit different scenarios. I think that would be a great way for them to improve Scrooge's stock. And of course, I would love to see some new outfits in the Scrooge Shop, at least a couple every update, and at least 10, 15 items in the regular Scrooge Shop, not necessarily just the items that are added through the realms. That's what happens. We get new Scrooge items when we get a new realm. They put the items used to design the realm into the Scrooge Shop. But the updates like Cinderella's update, we got no realm, we got no new location, so there was no new items introduced into the game. Hence, no new items added to Scrooge Shop. It's really not that difficult to design a couple new unique items to add to Scrooge Shop in every update. They don't have to be super complex like a castle skin or a house skin, but a couple nice simple outfits, couple nice simple Disney themed items that could potentially fill out the franchises that are missing some items. That could be a good thing. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, discussed a lot this video. Yes, Scrooge Shop needs an overhaul, and hopefully next update, come on Gameloft, we need crafting table, search bar, and Scrooge Shop overhaul. These are my two most wanted things for the next update. Thank you so much for watching. Huge thanks to all of our amazing supporters. Happy holidays, guys. Let me know in the comments, what do you think needs to happen? How would you improve the balance between Premium Shop and Scrooge Shop? Do you believe it is unbalanced? And what changes would you like to see happen? At least we still have Star Path. That is like a silver lining. If we didn't have Star Path, the balance would feel even worse. So Star Path is literally holding this game together right now. If for whatever reason the Star Path either got removed or the quality of items got decreased, it would be bad. So come on Gameloft, let's make Disney Dreamlight Valley great again. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Oh, nice day we're having, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. Woohoo!
Amazing. Gotta tell you, it is really beautiful here. Hey, nice to see you.
Oh, hello.
Are you seeing this?
Oh,